I really want to emphasize to all of you that this is really important, because when you have a coaching action step, you want to ensure that your coachee has done it. And if they have not done it, you want to ask them if it's important and what would it take for them to ensure that it gets done. And eventually you cultivate a kind of a habit and mindset of making sure that action steps are accomplished and coaches are making progress. I think that's a very important part of coaching practice. So when he has explained to me that he accomplished the action steps, he did the anonymous feedback, and he got the feedback from most of his employees, how did I respond? Did you notice that? Yes. The right way would be to reinforce the right behavior, to use words of affirmation, to congratulate him, shake his hand, make him feel a higher sense of self-esteem that he is ready to achieve even more in future. And I think that's a really important step. And as he started to talk to me about his sense of awareness about his pattern of behavior, did you notice that he also started to be more open to feedback? In fact, in the last session, when I role modeled to him that I thanked him and I received his feedback like a champion, he took it on. He started to feel like a champion. He took on the phrase, feedback is the breakfast for champions. So role modeling, sometimes it does work when your coachee is able to catch those kind of good behaviors that you are showing and demonstrating as a coach. And as I was talking to him, I asked him to tell me more about his awareness. I was asking him deeper questions to go deeper. I was asking him questions to go wider, tell me about how this pattern affects his life. And he went on, and after a while of talking, he started to realize even more deeper and how this issue is profoundly affecting his life and even his daughter. And at the moment, he got so emotional because he realized that this way of behaving was giving him a lot of pain and suffering in his life and work and with his daughter that he loved so much. As we went on, I used a technique. There was a technique that I went on to ask him, what would be the worst case scenario if you continue on with this pattern? And he imagined how his life would be like, all the things that he didn't want. And he felt the pain. It is a technique. It is called pain acceleration. It may seem as if I'm cruel as a coach, but no, I have a very good intention. I want him to see very clearly that if he continues on, how his life is going to be like. And then that gives him the motivation to say that this is not what he wants, and he wants to move away from the pain, and he's ready to accept and ready for the change. I think this is technique. We don't use it all the time, but when necessary, it is applied to help the coachee really see what is going to happen after. And he did. He saw it and he said he didn't want it anymore. He was ready for change. And then I encouraged him, and we talked about a deeper sense of awareness. I asked him further questions about, any person that he knew that had this pattern. And so came the entire story of how he grew up and how he caught this habit pattern from his mom. And I helped him to see a deeper sense of awareness. But not only that, ask him to put it into a positive light and see what was the good side in his mom. And he was able to see that his mom didn't realize what she was doing, loved the family, and went through a lot of difficulties. So he started to have a deeper sense of self-awareness. And I think that was really that eureka moment for him when he realized this is not the life that he wanted. And I used another technique. Then I asked him, what life would you rather have? Or I said, what kind of future would you prefer? Yeah? What would be a brighter future for you? And then he started to imagine, right, what he really wanted, being positive and happy and caring and uplifting. So he saw that what he wanted. And he saw what he did not want, that pain. And he was ready to be motivated to move away from that pain. And he was motivated to move towards the pleasure. This is the technique, what I call pleasure maximization. So we can see clearly the pleasure, that results that he wants, that success, how that looks like. And then he starts to feel motivated to move in that direction. So I think overall, you can see now the situation is beginning to transform. Henry is starting to feel different now. He feels a sense of being uplifted.